We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see him. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on a job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah, nah. You can't stop this, no way.
DJ, right? So let me ask you a question. You was asking about the Sabbath, right? How it was changed. Let me get hold of this. We get Daniel 7 and verse 25. So I'm gonna answer your question on why that happened. Because everything y'all brothers have been hearing up is slavery, about how the white man has been attacking our people, killing us, raping us, police brutality, all that, right? That's prophesied in the Bible, and we're here to explain to you why that happened. Because one of the biggest things we spoke about was this image right here. Now you gotta ask yourself, if Jesus Christ is really black, then why have they given us this white image? And when they gave us this white image of Jesus Christ, what did that do to our people? Because every single time a white person comes in here, what happens? We show them the most respect, we bow our heads low, the same thing we had to do in slavery, but when we see some of our own brothers, some of us kill each other over shoes, over the PlayStation 5. Some of us sell drugs to each other. Why is that? Here's the proof right here, read.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
It says he will speak great words against God. Who's the most disrespectful people to God right now? When you watch stuff like Family Guy and Simpsons, don't they be making fun of God in them shows? They being hella disrespectful to God in them shows. He said he gonna do what?
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Y'all ever seen Family Guy before? Well, it's a cartoon that they made, and they put God on them shows, and they disrespectful. If y'all ain't watching out, you don't gotta go watch it. But they speaking great words against the Most High. How you doing, my sister? We teaching these young children about the importance of knowing who Jesus Christ really is, and how it's important to them who they are. We taught to Brother CJ right here that he is not an African American. He is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
If I was to ask you what your race is, what would you tell me? Where's your father from?
Where's my father from? South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay, so you will be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah as well.
That's right.
If you identify as black, African American, your family is from here, you are Israelites from the tribe of Judah. And the reason that was taken from us was here in slavery. That was literally beaten out of us, raped out of us. All that was taken from us in slavery. Now, if we are God's chosen people, we got to ask ourselves, why was that allowed to happen? Because the brother asked as well, because today is the Sabbath day. You ever heard of the Sabbath before? On the Sabbath, you're not supposed to buy nothing, you're not supposed to sell, you're not even supposed to cook. And that was normal for us. Why was that taken away from us? What did you say your name was again, sister?
Amy.
Come on. Amy? Okay, so Amy, why was that taken away from us? Let me ask these sisters, how you doing, sis?
Hi.
What would you say the culture of the black man and black woman is in America today?
Huh?
What is the culture? What's the way of life? What's normal for us? Like, you know, Chinese people got like orange chicken and stuff like that. What do we have?
Fried chicken.
Well, not just food, but just way of life, like how we dress, our language, where we from, what belongs to us. Nobody else can claim. Get Sirach. Let me get started. I think that's Sirach chapter 24.
Read it out.
Because if we don't know what our culture is, anything they give us, we'll just take.
Bring it out.
That's why you have sisters. What do they put in our culture? We got BET, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. They think that's what our culture is, but according to the Bible, this is what it is. Verse 23.
The book of Sirach, chapter 24 and verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
The book of the covenant of the Most High God is this Bible. So it's saying this Bible is what?
even the law which Moses commanded for inheritance.
For a what?
Inheritance.
You know what a heritage is?
So he can show you in the Bible what that says.
You know what a heritage is?
Okay. Ask him so he can show you.
You know what a heritage is?
Bible where it says.
A heritage is your way of life. That is what our culture is.
Right.
So this Bible just said that everything that's in this book, the laws, that is what's supposed to be our heritage or our way of life.
Bring it out.
How we're supposed to dress, the kind of foods that we're supposed to eat,
Right.
even the way that we speak to each other, that is supposed to be our way of life.
That's right.
Finish that.
All these things are in the book of the covenant of the Most High God, even the law which Moses commanded for inheritance unto the congregations of Jacob.
So it says the congregation of Jacob or Israel. We're not black, we're not Negroes, Bahamians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Haitians. We are none of those things.
Right.
Those are names that were given to us in slavery.
Teach.
So now you have to ask yourself, what will we called before slaves? What will we called before Negro, African American? We were known as the Israelites. That's our history. But why was that history allowed to be taken away from us? If we are the people of this book, we are the chosen people of God, why do we go into slavery? Why do we live in the ghettos right now? Anywhere on earth you go, black people are on the bottom of that society. Why is that? Anybody got an answer? CJ, you've been here for a while, CJ. What's the answer, CJ? Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Come closer, sister. Come closer. Come closer. Look in the sun right here. Don't feel afraid. You can come close too. Look on the sun. Come over here. Look on the sun. This is how we know. If you are so-called African American, you are the tribe of Judah. Like for instance, me, my parents came from Jamaica. So I would be from the tribe of Benjamin. I got my brother right here who would be a so-called Haitian. He's of the tribe of Levi. If Moses was on earth today, he'll be known as a Zoe. He'll be known as a Haitian. So where's your father from? So you'll be from the tribe of Judah. Same thing with you, right, sis? Amy, you were saying that same thing. Same thing with y'all brothers. Now you have to ask yourself, I know this is not something we normally think about. We thinking about how to pay our bills. How can I get, my next car? How can I go to college? You gotta go, then go. You got a flyer? Check that flyer out, bro. Make sure you call us up.
I know about and he talked about
So why you not wearing the fringes then?
I want to wear them because I didn't know about them. He stopped wearing them because he
So then what else did he tell you you're supposed to do?
We're not supposed to do anything on Saturday, the Sabbath day.
Okay, so there's something else that we're going to bring out to you as well that will also go for you too, sis. And you love Christ? You love Christ? Let's see how much you love Christ right now. Read this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Explain that to me. Read it again. Read it slow. Read it slow.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What does that mean? It means that women are not supposed to wear things that men are wearing, or men are supposed to wear. You understand that, sis? And the same thing applies for men. If I was up here in a wedding dress or a dress of any kind, would you take me seriously? Hell no. But the same thing applies for women. You're not supposed to wear what pertains to a man. Let me ask you that question.
Bring it out!
Okay, what else? Say what? Pants. Pants in general. Right. Women are not supposed to be wearing pants according to the laws of God. And remember what we read, this is your heritage.
Right.
This is your way of life, your culture that has been taken from you in slavery.
Right.
So my sister, if you know you're supposed to be wearing fringes, I know you know you're supposed to be wearing a dress.
Got a few minutes to come here to Word of God, bro?
So where's your dress at?
You got time today, man? You look comfortable, huh? You working today, right?
When you hear that this Bible is only for black people, only for the so-called Hispanics and Native American people, our people, you're supposed to make that change immediately. In this day and age, you never know what's going to be your last day.
Right.
They still have, 60 60, 70,000 missing black women sold into sex slavery right now, and nobody seems to care. You have parents going on documentaries saying, I know my daughter is in Saudi Arabia right now getting flipped, and there's nothing they can do about it. They go to the government and they can't do anything. Even the Libyans right now are sold into slavery for $400. It's not safe for black people anywhere in the world, so you might as well keep these commandments. Because the one that's putting you in that danger is not the white man. It's not the Arabian man, the Chinese man, or anybody else. It's God doing that to his people. Because at one point in time, we were on top. We had a deal with God saying, look, if you keep my commandments, I'm going to make every other nation on earth bow down to you. But if you break my commandments, now I'm going to put you in the ghettos. I'm going to put you in slavery. Now our sisters walk around in fear of being raped, being molested. Why is that happening? When we're God's chosen people. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Let's see if the Bible will back up anything that we're saying. If anybody explains the Bible to you, if your pastor comes to you and tells you anything about the Bible, he has to come out in his word. Book, chapter, and verse. Don't let anybody just read the Bible to you and say, okay, now give me your tithe money. That's not how it works. Read verse 45, because remember, all these things that are happening to us are curses that God put on our people. Let's see where these curses came from. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses or bad things, punishments, what happened? Shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
It says come upon you and pursue you, knowing that no matter where you go on earth, you are going to be cursed. No matter what year it is, from what, 1492, from 1619, all the way to 2020, are we not still a cursed people? Are we not still going through curses? You don't know? All right, let's find out. Read.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God says that these curses, the things that you're going through, are going to destroy you. Meaning you're not going to know who you are. Meaning if I was to ask you, brother, where are you from? You're going to say, oh, I'm black. I'm African American. That's to destroy people. We don't understand that we are the Israelites. And we also don't understand how we're really supposed to be dressing. We don't know that we're supposed to have on our fringes. Our sisters don't know that you're supposed to have dresses on and not dress to attract any type of attention to yourself. In the communities that we're in, let me get 1 Timothy chapter 2. In the communities that we're in, let me ask you a question, sis, personally. Do you think that the way that you dress could affect somebody else's mind?
What's going on, man?
So then, why do you dress in the way that you do? Let's find. You see, that's how you know when the curse is, because we don't know how we're supposed to dress. Because all we have to go off of is Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, all these other women, and the ones that do push being a good wife, being a good woman, being educated, being chaste. They're not the ones that's on the spotlight, because this has been taken away from us right here. Read.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that the woman...
Going back to you, sisters. What's your name again, sis? Tequila, what's your name? I'm sorry? Tanaja and Tequila. All right. What's your name, bro? Philip?
In like manner also, that the woman adorn themselves...
What does adorn mean?
Carolina?
Let me ask you, what's adorn mean?
Okay.
It means clothe yourself. Like you adorned yourself this morning when you got up. It just means you put clothes on. That's all it means. Read.
That the women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
In what?
In modest apparel.
It says in modest apparel. What does modest mean? When you hear that you're supposed to, if the Bible is telling you to put on modest clothes, what does that mean? Yeah, okay, a little bit more. What modest means in this context is basically not attracting any sexual attention to yourself.
That's right.
That's all it means. So if you know you live in a community, even if you didn't, just because God is telling you put on clothes, that's not gonna, because everything about you, your curves, everything, that's only for your husband. When you have reached that age, how old are you? 19, how old is this? 12, okay, so you're 19 and 12. So when you reach the marriageable age, which is 20 years old, that's when you should be thinking about marriage and stuff like that. Attention, sis. But apart from that, no other man should see what your body looks like apart from your husband. Not boyfriend, not fiance, not nothing. You got a boyfriend? You know you're not supposed to have that, right, sis? You know that. Let me get Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Because again, these are things that was taken away from us. We know back then that we're not supposed to be doing all these things. But today, they tell us you can live life like how you want to live. But you're not going to find that in the Bible. Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Says what?
Marriage is honorable in all.
Says marriage is honorable. The only way God will respect you is if you are married in that kind of sense. So it says marriage is honorable in all. It didn't say boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Let's see what else.
And the bed undefiled. But whoremongers.
But who?
But whoremongers.
But whoremongers, meaning people that have sex outside of marriage. They have boyfriend and boyfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend. What will God do?
And adulterers, God will judge.
God will judge you for having a boyfriend, sis. And you know how he judges you? Slavery. Or even in today's sense, AIDS. Having a fatherless home. Living paycheck to paycheck. That is God's judgment. Don't just think it's just random stuff that just happens to us. That's God looking down on my sister. What's your name again, sister? Tequila.
Take notes.
So, Tequila, God will judge you for not keeping his laws, especially now that it's coming out to you right now. Let's say, God forbid, you have a child right now. Is the man that you're with able to take care of that? Able to provide a home for you? Able to make sure that all those bills is paid? Able to pass on something else to that child that you have? Is he able to marry you right now? So why are you laying down with him? Read that again.
The book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
So God will judge you for having that boyfriend, sis. So from here on out, you better tell that man it's no more. I know you 12-year-old, sis, but you don't got a boyfriend, do you? Okay, good. Make sure it stays that way. Because everything that I'm telling this is Tequila, why you laughing? You got somebody you're interested in or no? Okay, good. But everything that will coming out to you, remember, this is your heritage. This is the way of life that you are supposed to be living. It's your history. So, and because that was taken away from you, your heritage was taken away from you in slavery. Now we don't know how we're supposed to live. Now we don't know the importance of being married. Now we don't understand the importance of dressing modestly, not wearing the tight clothes, not having fringes on, not wearing the dress.
Bringing out new scripts. Come on.
Read that again. Go back to it.
I'm going to start wearing dresses.
Go back to it. So after today, sis, what have you learned so far about the way you're supposed to dress?
You got to put on a dress.
Yeah, and I have lots of them.
Not wear tight clothes. What else? No pants. What else?
I'm going to start.
So what are you supposed to wear? You're supposed to wear a dress.
That's right.
Let me ask this sister right here. What are you supposed to dress? Because she said it. You're getting distracted. What are you supposed to be wearing as a woman? For instance, look at this right here.
All the way in the bottom.
In slavery, all the way on the bottom, you have the sisters, where they at? Right here, in the cotton fields, in the heat, what is this, 90, 95 degree weather, still wearing dresses.
No excuses.
For 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And that's a light day. That's
No
all
excuses.
And them sisters were still able to wear it. So what happened? Because of slavery, because we broke God's commandments, that history was taken away from us. That law of God was taken away from us. And this law, this Bible, was only given to our people.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.